Welcome. I wanted to record another little teaching snippet for you with a tool that you can use like in everyday life. You can also use it during meditation, but its main target is everyday life. And so we use a little acronym or abbreviation to remember the tool. So it's called R.O.A.M, R-O-A-M, which stands for recognize when we're stressed or caught in reactivity, open to this larger awareness that's already here. And then from the perspective of that awareness, allow whatever is here to be here. Just allowing what's here. And then move forward. So integrating from this wise perspective into our daily life. So to go through the 4 steps, and I'll leave a link. I have an article that you can read, which also outlines this. So the first, recognize you're stressed. So we recognize when we're caught in whatever that kind of small mind reactivity is. We either want something or we don't want something. And just like, it's bringing mindfulness, just like we're a scientist with a clipboard standing behind ourselves saying, yep, there it is. There's my heart rate going up. There's my kind of sense of tightening up. And that's all we have to do in this step. We're just noticing that we're stressed. So why do we do this? Well, just that noticing actually interrupts the reactivity cycle. It interrupts that kind of narrator that we all have going that seems to be so smart in telling us everything. And we only need 2 to 3 seconds for this step. That's going to seem kind of unbelievable because we pretty much all come from a culture that is somewhat steeped in a pop psychology idea of what psychotherapy is like. And there may or may not be, time to delve into these particular thoughts that we're having during this stress reactive cycle that you're experiencing, but the time isn't now, okay? So with this tool, the main thing is to notice we're in reactivity. We only need 2 or 3 seconds for that. Just, oh, yep, there it is. Yep, there's a familiar story. There's the feelings in the body. I don't go into it any further at this point, okay? So what do? We notice so recognize that we're stressed, and then we open to this broader awareness. All right, so it takes a little bit of faith to do this. So we can notice the part of ourselves that knows we're stressed, but itself isn't stressed. This is not like a big, deep search. You have to kind of look for, it's the most obvious thing. It's right here. This awareness that is around you, within you, already knows that you're stressed, but isn't actually itself stressed. It can be really easy to discount this. It could be, oh yeah, so what? There's part of me that knows I'm stressed. But then there's the whole story, right? Okay, so that's your narrator again, going into the reactivity. So in this step, we open to awareness that's here. So it's kind of like, oh yeah, okay, the awareness that is already knowing what's going on, isn't involved, isn't actually getting stressed out, okay? It could be easy to discount it, so we need to trust a little bit that this awareness is actually where it's at, not that kind of smart ass narrator that we have internally. So why? Well, that small mind, narrator, conditioned mind, whatever you want to call it, isn't actually good at all at untangling its own problems. It just kind of sees the same, it just has access to the same patterns as used before. Luckily, that's just a kind of tiny part of us. And this awareness that is already the greater part of us is actually standing by and already there. Okay, so we're opening to this awareness, maybe 10 seconds or so in daily life, not longer than that. If you're in meditation, you might want to hang out there a bit longer, connecting with this awareness, but can be actually fairly short. And the third step is from this awareness that we just opened to, allowing whatever's here to be here without exaggerating, minimizing, fixing, whatever, just allowing what's here to be here. So we can notice, we've already opened to this awareness. We just want to notice that aspect of awareness that is actually holding whatever is here without arguing with it. We said before, it knows that we're stressed, but it itself isn't stressed. You can attune to the fact that actually awareness is holding really everything. The me that's stressed out, the sensations, the story, the whatever is actually in this moment is allowing. So we are taking the posture, if you will, of this greater awareness and allowing whatever's here to be here. So it's kind of like you're, even in the midst of, this is horrible, I can't stand it, you're just tuning into, okay, there is this part of me. It's almost like this internal Zen master that is not perturbed, that actually is allowing what's here. Once again, it's not minimizing or exaggerating. The minimization and exaggeration is all the province of the narrator small mind. That's what that does. Oh, it's really not so bad, blah, blah, blah. Or it's the worst thing ever. All of that's the small awareness doesn't do that. Okay, so we allow whatever is here to be here, and we're able to do that because we've just connected with this awareness. So why do this? Well, we've tried the other methods like suppressing or denying what's happening, and it doesn't work so well. This works. Allowing what's here to be here actually works in terms of finding freedom from the stress reactivity. So this last step then, from this wiser, connected place, is really acting from this place that actually shows us more possibilities. Almost right away, we'll notice the black and white thinking that was there before, the story about the problem or the thing that I think must happen or I won't be happy. As soon as we've gone through these steps, there are more possibilities available to us. And so that's a good thing. And but also kind of emphasizing this moving forward. Why? Because we don't want to create a kind of, there's the spiritual me that's mindful and when I'm meditating, and then there's the me that's kind of crazy and reactive during the day. So we really want to go through these steps, recognize I'm stressed, open to this broader awareness. From there, I can allow whatever's here to be here and move forward from that. So I'm actually taking the benefit of that wisdom and compassionate sense and moving forward into my life. Now, of course, maybe 3 minutes later, we get tumbled back into the story. We've shrunken down. Not a problem. We just notice. That doesn't mean it didn't work. We just notice that, oh, yep, there I am again. So I recognize I'm caught in stress reactivity. I open to this awareness, allow whatever's here to be here, and now move forward with wisdom. Okay, happy practicing.